live. This is at the US Crypto Summit in the White House. It's in the middle of the night. I rather want to go sleep, but what is going to happen right now is going to change how crypto will perform in the immediate short term, and we need to talk about that. Currently, still, this is basically about another topic, but they are going to start talking very, very shortly. And let me know from where you're watching it. I would love to know how many people are coming in from where you are watching. That would be amazing. So we have more and more people tuning in. Let me actually check if everything is okay with the stream here, or if I did go online unlisted again, and then I have to fix that. But certainly. It is about to happen now. People are going crazy in the live chat here. Oh, here also we are now getting crowded. We are now finally getting crowded. Oh, I think now it starts. Let me quickly go in.
Because we're talking about the World Cup. Elon gets along great with Marco, and they're both doing a fantastic job. There is no clash. Who are you with? Oh, no wonder. That's enough. NBC. Any other questions?
Okay, I think they are not starting yet. But he is just complaining about NBC asking him annoying questions. I think that's the good old Donald Trump.
So today is 100 days to go.
Good old Donald Trump. I really want to wait until this is finally starting. I think it is about to start any second now. Dear ladies and gentlemen, before I go straight into the content, I want to show you my trades and everything. I opened a $74 million trade, which I might actually close it if the news are not really in regards to in my favor, right? Which it would hurt because I really, really thought that was an amazing trade. I will show it to you very shortly. Let me quickly just make this tweet here. And you see I'm in towel because I had a sauna session. Let me quickly tweet that out. Crypto Summit Live. Donald Trump speaking. And let me know in the comment section if I'm missing out on something right now, what I'm missing out on. But I definitely want to cover everything for you. It's just very slow. I remember in June when we had this speech of Donald Trump at the Bitcoin conference. I don't know if you remember, but I think he was supposed to speak at whatever hour it was. He came 60 minutes late. 60 minutes late. That is, of course, absolutely crazy, but I mean, he is the president of the United States. So if someone is allowed to do that, I think it's him. And we just have to sit down and wait, right? MSNBC, let me just choose the correct stream here. I could do MSNBC actually, maybe. Let me choose that one. Going over to MSNBC. Coming up, Trump hosts first ever crypto summit. So we are about to start any second now, any second. And wow, I mean, guys, the expectations are not as bullish as they should be, and that might be a good thing. So if this whole thing turns out to be a disappointment, the expectations are already bad, right? That's kind of a good thing, I want to say. If, however, we are getting any kind of announcements above expectations, we are going to see the price to perform parabolically well. This is something I can tell you. If the expectations were already high, then even good news can't really pump the price really well. And this is really beautiful. I always want to have low expectations. I want the market to have low expectations. That is usually much more beneficial than not for Bitcoin, right? And if you have seen that, let me quickly go into it. And I'm having the stream here open. Once it starts, and I'm here for you guys. But let me quickly go straight into it. I was posting a video today. First of all, I want to show you one thing. Wow, I posted it 18 minutes ago. It got 50,000 views already. The first picture, which was leaked at the US Crypto Summit. And if we are zooming in, you can see it's like seat 32. I don't know exactly how many seats there are, but at least 32 people. We can zoom in. And then we can try to find like the Michael Saylors and stuff. I don't know, is that Hester Pierce? I don't really know, but this was the first picture which was leaked. I think I posted it 19 minutes ago, and I think it was leaked like 20 minutes ago. So I was really among the first people to post it. But guys, more. Elon Musk was also there. Not the most important right now. I mean, for crypto, we don't really look at Elon Musk anymore. But the most important thing, this is my trades. I will talk about that shortly. I doubled down my trades from 37 to 74 million US dollars. Again, I might hedge that a little bit if the news are not in my favor. I am usually not a big fan of trading the news, but in this case, maybe I have to. But what I wanted to show you is I posted in the morning here many hours ago, I think like 14 hours ago, 330,000 views, exactly what was inside the executive order. And there are many misunderstandings. And I want to tell you exactly what was in there. Many people are saying, hey, there is nothing new. That's not true. There is something new. Before, at the inauguration, he was signing an executive order to not sell the strategic Bitcoin stockpile, the 200,000 Bitcoin they got from confiscations. So in this executive order, and we are going soon into the speech of Donald Trump, in this executive order, he was mentioning that, plus a digital asset stockpile, which refers to altcoins, where he clearly said they are not going to buy any additional altcoins, but he mentioned specifically, word by word, someone says they have 100,000 or 200,000 Bitcoin. Yes, they have 200,000, but like 110,000 they have to pay back to that hack. Whatever, that's not the big deal. The big deal is that the Bitcoin Reserve Executive Order, which was signed today, there was one thing which was new. And this new thing, that is this one small excerpt here, that's the real deal. And many people are missing out on that because it was a big text and that's the small thing. Listen, the Secretaries of Treasury and Commerce are authorized to develop budget neutral strategies. I will explain to you what that is. I am an economist, so I kind of can at least a little bit explain you what that means. Budget neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin, provided that those strategies impose no incremental loss on American taxpayers. So first of all, this is the system we are having, right? I will explain to you how they will do it, how they will buy Bitcoin, how they will finance to buy Bitcoin, and how, in fact, that is actually at the cost of the US American taxpayers indirectly. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I will talk about that very shortly. And I will explain to you exactly how they are doing it. And it's not, it is different, but it's not really different to how MicroStrategy is doing it. It's basically happening through debt. Everything is happening through debt. Every money which is spent is debt. It's indirectly, it's debt which is creating new money supply, M2, on the market indirectly through the Federal Reserve. So when this is happening, we are having inflation, which is, of course, price-wise beneficial for Bitcoin. So we have a double leverage. And we have the United States government financed through inflation buying Bitcoin. So yes, for the price, that's great. But if inflation is the cost, of course, people are going to carry the cost, especially those people who are not exposed into Bitcoin. Game theoretically, everyone will be forced to buy Bitcoin. And this is something people have to understand. People will be forced to buy Bitcoin. And yeah, let me quickly see if there's a better stream. I think MSNBC is a good stream, but man, I don't know, like people are moving in the back, but is there something happening? Let me know in the comment section. Did they already start? I don't think they started yet. I want to make sure I'm on the right channel, because if I am actually missing the start of the speech, no, they are not. I see here a German friend of mine, he's streaming and they are not yet talking. I see, however, right now, the price is reacting slightly negative. I mean, this is the 5-second chart, right? You see the 5-second chart? Yeah, I'm laughing even though I have this big trade open, but I don't care to trade this close this big trade. at a slight loss or like take half of the volume out. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I took 10, 11 million US dollars profits in my last trade, in December at 104,000 US dollars, which made me number one trader on Bybit out of 50 million traders, right? So I don't really care about that. That is absolutely fine for me. Sometimes I lose money, sometimes I win money. I just thought this is a once in a lifetime opportunity when so many things, including executive orders, lobbying happening towards the Trump administration, clear words that Bitcoin reserve is going to happen with budget neutral strategies, which is basically creating debt and buying it from that. Like so many things are in alignment and pointing towards that a Bitcoin reserve beyond those 200,000, respectively 90,000 Bitcoin, which the United States government is holding, is going to happen, right? I mean, it's still possible that it's not. I think they need Congress approval for the funding, but come on, guys. It is pretty certain. And this, dear ladies and gentlemen, is something where I thought this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I want to tell you one. Oh, it's starting. Okay. It's starting. Oh, guys, I want to get ready. Okay, I lost the towel, but don't worry, I'm still wearing something below. Let me just quickly get a drink. It's pretty dark here because it's nighttime. I'm usually sleeping at this time. I want to drink a sweetener, calorie-free, organically flavored sparkling drink, and quickly open this one, right? Okay. No caffeine, guys, of course. Just water. So, BPA free, reverse osmosis. I think it's starting. Michael Saylor, Brian Armstrong, the only two people with the CZ who have more followers than me on Twitter. You two, I'm getting you later. It's just a lemon drink. Guys, this is interesting. Come on, like you have these people sitting there. I cannot possibly imagine. It is possible, but I cannot possibly imagine that, especially him with holding 500,000 Bitcoin, are going to have this be a flop event. And this, I'm just saying, even though the expectations are negative, and I know most of you lovely people, you are smart guys, right? You learned from the disappointments previously. I didn't. Because you got disappointed, because you got insider traded, because you got lied to, because you got manipulated, you are not believing in this hopium anymore. And I can feel you. And I think that makes sense. By the way, come on, guys. Smash up the like to a new all-time high. I'm seeing so many viewers, but not really many likes. It's your thing. You don't have to do it. This stream is for free. I will cover it for free. I will show you my multi-million US dollar long positions, 74 million US dollars in long positions, which this might be going down as either the biggest and best trade ever or the biggest flop ever, to be honest. Like, pretty bold move. Tyler Winklevoss twins. Oh, I thought that was Bruce Fenton, my friend. I thought that was Bruce. Wow, I was like, what, Bruce? No. But shout out to you, man. The real OGs know this guy. But it's not him. So yeah, we have some pretty sizable people sitting here. What is this? What is this? You know what this is, guys? Let me just make a guess, right? I have no clue, but imagine this is some kind of Bitcoin strategic reserve statue, and they take it off, and it says like 1 million Bitcoin by 2029 or something like this. It's not going to be that, but Imagine it is going to be that. FIFA trophy. Yeah. FIFA trophy. They had this meeting. They had this FIFA meeting talking about the FIFA happening, the FIFA World Cup happening in the United States, and it actually has the shape of the FIFA also. But man, that would have been nice. But anyways, you can see we have Michael Saylor sitting here, CEO of Strategy B, Brian Armstrong, Tyler Winklevoss. Okay, Donald Trump is coming into the room. Guys, you have to admit this is exciting. I'm getting a gimbal quickly, yeah? Let me get a gimbal. Come on, guys, relax. Here. Okay. Is this everything? Yeah.
Great honor to have you. And we will be working very hard and very successfully. And it's a wonderful place, the White House. I want to begin, is Johnny here from World Cup? I want to thank you for this election. And we just had a presentation in the Oval Office, and I thought this was such a beautiful, this is the trophy, this is the big deal. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event, and Johnny Infantino is...
So they are talking about the World Cup first, but clearly they will talk about Bitcoin, about probably the strategic reserve we have. Michael Saylor there and everyone. So let's wait a little bit. FIFA is big.
I was always disappointed. I wasn't going to make it. I was going to serve 8 straight. Instead, we did it the hard way, but maybe the more important way. So
Closing the gimbal.
As President Johnny. So maybe you could just say a few words.
Okay.
And show how beautiful the World Cup trophy is. Thank you. Yeah, sure, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
World Cup. Honestly, I'm the biggest football fan.
Well, you go ahead.
But this is not interesting for me. Like, even though I'm a football fan, it's not really interesting. What I want to see, and I think this is what everyone is here for, and it is going to happen, is Bitcoin. I don't even understand why we are here talking, now I have the gimbal, why we are talking about FIFA now, right? It's like, I don't understand. What the heck, guys? Come on, like, we should not be talking about FIFA. This is the crypto summit. So let me know, guys. Pump it up, everyone is saying. Yeah, pump it up, guys. Pump it up.
It's so this is a trophy. It is a trophy which represents...
It is a trophy. You know what, guys?
Interesting to show this trophy exactly.
I think you will agree. I will mute this until they talk about Bitcoin. Why the heck should we listen to someone talking about something small like the FIFA World Cup? If we could be listening to something like a Bitcoin strategic reserve, at least I hope that is what we are going to be listening to. Guys, these people drive me crazy. Look, it literally says, Trump hosts first White House crypto summit. All right, let's come 1 hour late and talk about the FIFA. It's like 1 a.m. in Dubai. I want to sleep, Donald Trump. President Donald Trump, please, I want to sleep. Okay, you know what? I understand him. He's probably gonna make like $700 billion from the FIFA. Okay, I understand it. But you know what? He will make more from the Bitcoin strategic reserve. Let's quickly listen in and see what they are talking
The
about.
world is worth around 170 billion a year. 70% of that, Mr. President, is in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is around the world only in soccer if we develop. And so FIFA is very, very interested under my presidency to develop a FIFA coin, to do it from here, from America, and to conquer the 5 billion.
Still Infantino speaking. I don't know. The name is quite telling. Why is he even? Why are they? Why are they? Can you guys let me know why are they merging the FIFA event with the crypto event? Right? World Cup is sponsored by Coinbase. Yes, okay, then that makes sense. But who cares? Like, I'll just go quickly through a few comments here. Yes, guys, charge people in Bitcoin. Du bist zu hart. He said FIFA coin. Oh yeah, did he say FIFA coin? Guys, you are making a joke out of this space. If they really said that, I don't know. But so many people are commenting it here. Like this would be a big joke. So FIFA coin, price go down 10%. Crypto reserve, price please pump up 50%. Honestly, I would dump Bitcoin also if I wait for this and then I hear FIFA coin. I already see people leaving the stream.
Thank you very much. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job. Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler. And thank you. SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce.
Hester Pierce is there.
Thank you, Hester. Acting CFTC Chairman.
She's super bullish on Bitcoin.
House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Well, hello, Tom.
He's going through all participants.
Representative Brian Stile. Thank you.
I don't know him.
Thank you very much. Digital Assets Council Director Bo Hines. Good, Bo. Great job.
Everyone is there.
Distinguished guests. We have a lot of very distinguished people around the table. Some of them will be speaking. I want to thank Marco Rubio.
Guys, smash up the like, share this video with your friends. It is happening right now.
Tremendous people very interested in this subject. And last year I promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of the planet. And we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve, and this will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing.
Just the clapping, I muted. Okay, so he's just repeating what he did yesterday.
The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world.
You can see my price, my trade moving here. $200,000, $8 million, 120. So overall, we are like, the $74 million trade is right now $8.5 million in a profit. Let's see how it's in the end of the speech.
Sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin.
The 200,000 are now at, oh wait. Oh, what did I do? Wait, come on. He said something with thousands of additional Bitcoin. Okay, sorry.
The rule that every Bitcoin knows very well, never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows?
Volatility is coming in. He said never sell your Bitcoin, okay? He said that before.
Who knows?
Yes.
So far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce Departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings.
Listen.
Reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers.
They will print the money.
The order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine how they can be transferred.
Volatility.
To the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the federal bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it. but I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on and paved the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators strong-armed banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-armed banks into closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponized government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do. All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0.
So far, I would say neutral, nothing new yet.
Really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing, but in the end, they came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and the digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will really go a long way. I think it's going to be a tremendous, we feel like pioneers in a way.
We are all waiting for him to say,
and
we will buy 1 million
things
Bitcoin.
are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way, the US dollar, long into the future. We're going to keep it that way. I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man
It's
who
true.
knows more
Trump's tie is orange.
else than anybody. David Saxon, I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Thank you, Mr. President.
The price is right now dumping.
Your generosity, and I really want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators, or as you might say, high IQ people. We know you love high IQ people. And we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and persecution for the last 4 years, horrible lawfare, and nobody knows what that feels like better than you do. So we really appreciate the fact that you understand legal fairness and that you're always willing to fight for the right thing, for legal fairness. You never back down. You stand defiant, even in the face of an assassin bullet. It's an inspiration to everyone in this room, I think. So it's an honor.
I agree that assassination attempt, it gave him definitely some respect points. But come on, cut to the chase.
To work for a president who works every day to get so much done on behalf of the American people. Your administration is moving at tech speed. It's really amazing. It's actually faster than any startup that I've been part of. Is that your administration moves even faster? So I just want to say thank you.
I get myself a drink, yeah?
I've enjoyed every minute of it. I love working for you, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
And now I just want to pass the ball to Secretary Besson.
Scott?
David, so today, when President Trump has signed the executive order to establish the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve and stockpile, we're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy. It's important for the United States
Infused
to
water.
recognize this fact and get ahead of the other nations in the digital age. We applaud the President's direction to use the digital assets already in possession of the nation, and we are going to establish this Bitcoin Reserve. We use this authority to augment the asset side of the United States balance sheet. As I've said many times, President Trump is creating assets for the American people, while most past presidents have created debt. And a large part of this asset program can be in digital assets. We are going to end the regulatory weaponization against digital assets. The Biden administration's actions did nothing other than punish innovators, and that all of you have made it here today is really a testament to your fortitude. Much of Treasury's responsibility in this order relates to the tax code and determinations around risk weightings, and I'm here to assure you that we are going to work with the Controller of the Currency, the IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime, and as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stablecoins to do that. Thank you.
So they will work with stablecoins.
Is at the foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology, he embraces technology, and he's going to use technology to drive America forward. The blockchain and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking and embracing that, and here today shows how much a leader the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it, he embraces it. As you said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using blockchain, we're using Bitcoin, we're going to use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way. Can't be more proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I think we all agree that we need them to be a little bit more specific. So far, nothing new has been really mentioned. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're moving at the speed of tech for sure. And I will just say it's a great day to have the war on not just crypto, but the war on innovation done. And under your administration, we are truly going to enter into the golden age. And I'll just say, as the administrator of the SBA, small business is a tremendous network that crypto can be deployed against. And so the SBA is open to crypto. So I look forward to working with all of the leaders in this room to advance your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony.
Quite boring so far. We need news.
I want to thank you for the amazing team that you put together. I want to thank you for David. I mean, this kind of a meeting, no one in this room could have envisioned this just a couple years ago. You are the one that has the vision. You're the one that said, we are going to do 21st century finance right here in the United States of America. I've been doing this for 9 years. It is amazing how far we've come, and that's a credit to you, Mr. President, and your leadership, and God bless you for doing this.
The market is not dumping so far or crashing. I think the price went down like 1.5% from 88,300 to 86,900. So nothing crazy yet, but it's because it's not over yet. They need to come out with some news. Otherwise, we can see a sell the news event.
Cameron and Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy.
Actually, Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago, you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House. Do you, not to put you on the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago. But do you guys want to say something?
Sure, that was actually Tyler.
Winklevoss.
But yeah, we never thought that we'd get attacked the way we did in our backyard after trying to do the right thing for so many years and always trying to raise the bar with respect to regulations. So it's truly wonderful to see how things have changed and how the pendulum has swung back in the way that it has. And we've always felt that the U.S. should lead in Bitcoin and crypto, and it's ours to sort of lead and win. And it's just wonderful what President Trump has been doing with this, and we look forward to working together. And thanks for inviting us, David, and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President.
I want to say, so far, today in the morning I made the video, and this strategic reserve is way more bullish, the executive order, than most people think, because they did mention additionally that they will purchase additional Bitcoin, not at the taxpayer cost, but they will buy more Bitcoin. Of course, that will be created by debt. So indirectly, it affects the taxpayer by creating inflation. But so whereas this was very bullish for me also, I thought that's great for Bitcoin. This speech, this event so far, what they are saying, it's a nothing burger. They are not saying anything new yet.
The citizen can help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world is on course towards generally. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next iteration of the financial system. And I think that the US should have its leadership position continue in that new financial system. And I'm very, very happy to see people like David Sachs, Secretary of Investment, Secretary Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time, and very grateful them too. So I'm just overjoyed to see this, and I think it is a big part of how the US can continue its role in the global financial system. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I thought it was very important that we stay in the front of this one. This is a big one. And as you know, China is pushing forward and very strongly as usual, but we're way in the lead as we are in AI and other things, and we want to stay there. So I thought this was very important, and we have some brilliant people sitting around this table. And it's an honor to have you involved, but we want to stay at the forefront of everything. And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long before people really understood what was happening. And so I congratulate you, but this is a big day. Being in the White House is a big deal, and you have great support. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, media. Thank you. Please.
So if that was already it, I would say this whole event was bearish, to be honest. If you are asking me, I think this whole event was bearish. If this is all the content they have to provide, was not good. The announcement in the morning, like 12, 13, 14 hours ago, was very bullish though, because in that announcement, but to be honest, I will probably take some profits on this trade. Not profits, but I will close it here close to break even, because I did not like the communication here, because I would have wished them to mention maybe a little bit more about the specifics. How are they going to build the reserve? Yes, they are going to, just a second, they are going to, by the way, leave some comments here down below. Just a second. Okay. So I closed the short-term trade. I just had to close it, right? At like 12% in a loss or so. I'm not panicking out or something, but I just felt like it makes sense to close it because this was definitely below expectations for sure. And when the people already didn't get how bullish the executive order in the morning was, just to show you, I closed the trade here. You can see it. Just the long-term trade is open, which I think it's not going to be triggered. It's $68,000 US liquidation price. I took already $11 million in a profit, but my short-term trade, I closed it. And maybe that's stupid, maybe that's not stupid, but they didn't mention anything new. So people saw them signing the executive order, then waited 14 hours for Donald Trump to just read through the executive order. If you're asking me, I think that was quite disappointing. I did not expect them to say, hey, we are going to buy 1 million Bitcoin and we will start in 5 months. No, they cannot do this. I think they need Congress approval. But what they could do is they could get out there and say, hey, we are going to issue whatever. We are going to issue debt, right? And we can like, for example, MicroStrategy is doing it with convertible notes. We can buy Bitcoin through issuing debt and creating M2, like for example, but or like anything more specific. How are they going to do it? Okay, we are going to send a request to the Congress, and if it is going to approve, we are going to start probably within the next 4 to 6 months to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the next 4 years with a daily rate of 330 Bitcoin or something like this. That would have been positive, right? But nothing like this was happening. And because of that, I closed my short-term trade. It was still like $300,000 in a profit when they started speaking, but I actually closed it in a slight loss. But I don't care about that. Even if the price shoots up right now, I bought it based on the hope for this to turn out positively. That's why I stayed awake. I don't want to wake up tomorrow in the morning and have this trade liquidated. Even though this was not a bearish event, it's all about expectations. And the executive order, which in my opinion was very bullish, but people did not really understand how bullish it is because there was this one paragraph, I will show it to you, which was completely new. And I really think people don't really understand how bullish that paragraph is. The Secretaries of Treasury and Commerce are authorized to develop budget-neutral strategies for acquiring additional Bitcoin, provided that those strategies impose no incremental loss of the American taxpayer. So they basically said, we are going to buy more Bitcoin, right? That's extremely nice. Because before it was just like, okay, is it really happening? Are they just holding the confiscated Bitcoin and not buying any additional? But they did say today they will buy additional. So that was bullish. But even there, the market didn't react well, which it kind of reminds me on a bear market territory, to be honest, when we have bullish news and they are going to be not understood bullish by the market. Whereas in a bull market, even bearish news completely gets soaked up, right? But that put aside, if that is the case, then this very, very disappointing content right now hosted from the White House is actually bearish, even though it's neutral, right? That was neutral. I think it's bearish because the market is extremely negative at the moment. And the one in the morning, this event, was very bullish. And the market reacted neutral. We got a dump and then a recovery. It was basically neutral. So now let me know, my dear ladies and gentlemen, what you think about that, right? I would really love to have Jim Cramer come out and post something like that. This was extremely bearish and Bitcoin is going to dump, because then we are finally going to see a huge pump. But I just don't see him do that. He said finally nothing. Jim Cramer, I think he's right this time. I think he's right. Jim Cramer is right. Yeah. Someone said Jim Cramer already did. Someone is asking MMCrypto, are you shorting Bitcoin? No, I'm not shorting Bitcoin. I'm not shorting Bitcoin. I either long or I wait. And well, I closed my $35 million trade, but I still have another $30 million trade open. Do not forget, right? Do not forget. So this trade will stay open. And my other trade, which I just closed, I might reopen it, but just not now. Just not now. I want to reopen it based on reason. So, but I want to show you some TA. It's very easy TA. But if we are looking at the 4-hourly candles for the Bitcoin price, and we are actually just drawing simple support and resistance, there is actually a pattern unfolding for Bitcoin right now. And I will trade the break of that pattern if it is a positive trade. I want to show you. So we have here the 4-hourly pattern, yeah? And you can see the sell sign where I sold. You can see it. I just sold right now. I closed my trade, right? I think I'm the most transparent trader on YouTube. Maybe not, but I really show all of my trades, all of my decisions, everything. So I sold here before the break, right? I don't want to wake up in the morning and the price crashed. I just don't want to do that. That's why I watched this live. That's why I stayed awake. Maybe it's not going to crash. It's a nothing burger in the market. I think the market expected basically what was happening, right? So maybe we just go sideways. The matter of fact is this pattern will break, and it will break until, I can tell you, it will break until the 9th of March, the 9th or 10th of March. So basically weekend, maybe Monday. And I will trade this. If we break towards the upside, I will trade it. So maybe that would be good. The optimal scenario for me now would be, of course, if the price just crashes down, I'm going to be very happy that I closed the trade and then it reverses towards the upside. But yeah, I trade based on principles. I opened based on expectations, what's going to happen. These expectations were not met, so I closed my trade. So I want to go a little bit into a Q&A before I talk about more price targets, maybe some altcoin picks and everything. By the way, imagine you were waiting for altcoin news and they didn't even mention one altcoin. Wow. So, wow, we have so many people here, 7,200. Ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like button to a new all-time high. I would truly appreciate that. Wow. Chaining price, let me see. But I don't think any altcoin should have really moved based upon this thing here. What I think is interesting is the volatility is much lower than I expected. And I think the reason for that is, I will read your questions very shortly. Alts are dumping. Yeah, alts are dumping. Bitcoin is dumping, but Bitcoin went down now to 2%. It's nothing. Yeah, so let me see. Someone said check Chainlink. Nothing happening. No altcoin is really moving like crazy. Maybe they go down like 2%. XRP went down 3%. Bitcoin went down 1.5%. It's really a nothing burger. I could have slept, woken up tomorrow probably, and wouldn't even realize that something happened, right? I almost want something like some volatility to come in, even if it's just going down, like who cares? Like, something has to happen, right? So what questions do we have? Close your trades, GG. I closed one trade, one big Bitcoin trade, the short-term trade on a higher leverage with a worse liquidation price. And I kept one trade open, the long-term trade with a 68,000 US dollar liquidation price, which, of course, if we are starting into a bear market, this will get hit 100%, 100%. But if this is not the start of the bear market, it is not going to get triggered, right? Someone says, I feel robbed. I can understand you, man. Like, we had so many times, so many expectations for this, for that. It's horrible. But please do understand one thing. The executive order today was mentioning the Bitcoin strategic reserve and that additional Bitcoin are going to be bought. We are very fast-paced in the crypto space, and being fast-paced here, we want things to happen very fast. And I think we, including me, we have to just realize that things like a strategic Bitcoin reserve, it takes time. You need to draft laws, you need to draft this and that, applications, bring it to the Congress, they have to vote, then you need to, right, you need to raise debt or something like, or you need to somehow clear a budget for that. And then you need to start buying, and all of that can take months. And we just have to realize, like, I already know it takes at least 6 months, and that would mean that they will start buying in the bear market, which kind of makes sense, right? Don't want to buy Bitcoin on the top and then like have the people in the US screaming at Donald Trump, wow, you bought the top, you bought the top. That's a lot of pressure. So if I was Donald Trump, I would like to start buying into a bear market. So yeah, even the FIFA World Cup agreement lasted longer than this crypto summit. It was a joke. Like 6 minutes of talking, like seriously, you know, I'm such a positive person, right? I was positive the whole time. I'm positive about this executive order. But I just can't be positive at what they were pulling off there at this crypto summit. Like, this was a very, 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 and like this video if you agree. Please, I want to see, if I see the likes going up here, I know that you agree. I really want to know, like, because this was very disappointing, right? He kicked out the media, rugged. Yeah, never trust politicians. I can feel you guys. I can feel you. Yeah, I see the likes are going up. I really think people are agreeing. Yeah, Michael Saylor said nothing at all. But I mean, there you cannot just raise your hand and start talking. You need to be asked something, right? I like to see the Winklevoss twins there. Quite interesting. What is your re-entry point? Good question. I think this is what everyone is interested in right now, right? So I am, let me quickly go into it. BTC USD. Soon I will go sleep, but I really want to talk about the most important things. So here you can see it. That is the 4-hourly chart for Bitcoin. I closed my trade, my short-term trade. I was like a few $100,000 in a profit when the stream started, and I closed it in a slight loss. My long-term trade is still open. You can see it here, 70 Bitcoin in a profit and 120 Ethereum in a profit. So still like $7 million in a profit. I will keep that trade open because I find liquidation to be very unlikely on that trade. On that, I'm tired, guys, on that trade. Where I will open a new short-term trade on Bitcoin is the moment we are breaking out of this symmetrical triangle where we have support and resistance. It will break until latest March 10th. I think towards Monday or so, latest in the morning, it will break. So the moment we are closing a 4-hourly candle somewhere here in the areas of like 90,000 US dollars, the later we break, the lower the level. And the later that we break, the more volatile the breakout will be. And the later we break, the less likely it will be a fake out. But I will trade it only if we break towards the upside. If we break towards the downside, I wait. I trade up and I wait down. That's what I always do. I do not short Bitcoin. I think it's a foolish thing to do. Shorting Bitcoin is basically longing the US dollar. And why the heck should I long something which can be printed out of thin air? Guys, this is not what's done. This is not how it works. I'm a one-dimensional bullish long trader on Bitcoin. So the target for this break is pretty much exactly 100K. If we break above 90,000 with a 4-hourly candle close outside. So, some other questions? Please stay up with us a bit. Yeah, guys, that's so cute. You wanna talk, wanna watch together. It's very nice of you guys. I appreciate it that you are here with me, liking that video like crazy, watching like crazy. I really appreciate it. You guys are like family. It's amazing. We have like 7,000, 8,000 people at the same time watching. It's like, whoa, I did not expect this. Wow. Thank you, guys. Ethereum setup, please. You know what? I might do that because this executive order today, trust me, like I say it how I feel it, not how the market wants to say it. I think it was very bullish for Bitcoin for the next 4 years. It has very bullish implications for the next 4 years. I think it was bearish for altcoins, as it mentioned specifically, word by word, that they are not going to buy more altcoins. For me, that's a very, very clear thing, guys. That's very, very clear, right? So anyways, you let me know what you think about that. Yeah, from all altcoins, I think Ethereum is by far my favorite, and I am looking out for a new entry position for Ethereum also. Someone says, very disappointing, bro. Tomorrow is a new good day. It just takes some more time, unfortunately, but it will go up. It's true. It's at one point, it's up only. It will take time. We need to relax, right? Chris, would you be open to the idea for Bitcoin to go to 70,000, consolidate, really by having a higher cycle low during the rally? And that's complicated to read for me, sorry. I have ADHD, so if it's like too much text, I just shut down my brain, especially if it's so late. So many questions, so many comments. Wow, I'm going to crash the whole market. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, crash it. I'm out of my trade. You can crash it. So someone watching from my hometown, amazing. Congratulations. Big shout out to you guys. All right, guys, you know what? It is like, what's the time? It's 1:25. I want to sleep at 2 o'clock. I want to wake up 9 o'clock, do some cardio, some sauna. I love and appreciate every one of you guys. I think we have seen everything in this summit. It was a nothing burger. Let's hope for the price to pump. If we are breaking this 4-hourly pattern, I will long. If not, I will wait. I closed my short-term trade. Keep my long-term trade open. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye. Bye.